The Vast of Night is a brand new Amazon original film, and it is like a mystery drama, and it is set in New Mexico in the 1950s, and it's about a switchboard operator who hears this really weird, strange sound coming through one of the calls. She is friends with a local DJ in town during the big game of, this is a small town, there's a big game going on, pretty much everyone's watching the game. And there's some of the only people that are out there that are not part of this game. So she picks up this signal, she calls up her DJ friend and plays it for him. He plays it on the radio, asking if anyone recognizes this. Then they start to get phone calls from people who claim to have heard this before. And so they investigate deeper to find that this is something, there might be something sinister at play, they're not sure. I thought that this movie was pretty great. I mean, it very much wears its Twilight Zone inspiration like all over itself. In fact, it starts basically by saying it's a Twilight Zone episode. I mean, they don't just come out right and say Twilight Zone, but there's a serious homage. You'll see it when you watch it, if you watch it. Hopefully you do. And you'll be like, oh, they're just like outright like. And there's been a few movies as of late that I feel like really kind of embody what the Twilight Zone was. And obviously Black Mirror is a show that's very reminiscent of the Twilight Zone. But in the last few years, we've gotten some really cool Twilight Zone-esque movies, this being one of them. Another one being called The Similars, which is a great film. And another one that is called The Laplace's Demon. These are not films that get talked about anywhere near enough. And this is just going to be yet another one of these, like, mostly overlooked. I mean, if you go on Metascore, Metacritic score on IMDb, there is like a bunch of hundreds for this movie. I'm not sure if I'm 100 on it, but I definitely thought this was pretty great. This is a very dialogue-heavy film. It's a mystery. They're kind of just investigating things. Everything. Another thing, though, is that they did a really good job at the characterizations of the 50s characters. And it's a very good time period piece. Like, you can see everyone in the town is very connected. You get a very good sense of all the characters and who they are and what their personalities are like and what their traits are. And all of that stuff is developed extremely well throughout this film, especially in the opening sequence, which takes place at the game and the guy coming in. And there's a lot of like one long takes shots of them in these heavy dialogue scenes, and it's very 50s kind of dialogue. But man, I was really engaged throughout. I thought this was beautifully shot. I thought this was wonderfully acted. I thought this was superbly written. It's definitely a movie that's not going to be for everybody. I think that there will be people who find it boring, but I didn't find it boring at all. I was very much engrossed and constantly hoping, to see what was happening next. So yeah, I definitely recommend this for people who are into mystery drama with some science fiction stuff going on in here. That DJ who gets that audio clip or whatever, starts playing it on the radio, and they start to think they are finding out about some big conspiracy. And then as they investigate deeper, things get sketchier and sketchier. And yeah, I mean, there's not a ton of characters like that are main characters. You don't interact with too many people. Mostly it's just the switchboard operator and the DJ, but they're both so strong. They carry this film. And I thought the ending was great, man. Obviously I can't get into it here with it being spoiler free, but I think the way that the whole film plays out, and then when the ending hits, it makes perfect sense. And it's kind of like oh fuck kind of thing, and it's really well rounded, really well written. So this is one definitely is not getting anywhere near enough attention, which is a damn shame, and I hope that changes soon enough, especially with COVID and everyone being indoors. And maybe Amazon didn't. I felt like the Amazon promoted this a decent amount. I just didn't get to it until recently. But Amazon does have the ability to download videos like onto your computer or whatnot. So in case you don't have a Wi-Fi signal, if you're not connected to the internet, you can watch it, much like Netflix has. And because I don't have internet at my house, I've mostly been watching Netflix movies. But I have recently found out that Amazon was doing it too, so I downloaded that, some Boys episodes and other such. So last night, I'm sorry, 2 nights ago, threw this on and was like, whoa, wow, this is really cool. So yeah, definitely let me know if you watch it. And I know I always end my videos like this, but it's true. Like, I genuinely want to know like how people are feeling about this, because I think that most of you will really enjoy it if you're into what I said. So let me know. Adios.